So, good day everyone. Before we properly jump into our topic, let us first have our prayer to be conducted to us by Mr. Minister John Ray.
So let's pray. So let us pour ourselves in the presence of God, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, the Lord, in the name of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So, God's in Jesus' name, pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So, our topic for today's session is teaching as vocation and mission. We also include the Code of Ethics for Professional Teacher, Article 8 to 13. So, let us first have our first slide. So, we have here our learning targets. So, can everyone read our lesson targets in today's session?
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. My name is Leonardo, and I will be the one who will discuss what is teaching as vocation. So before I'll start, I will explain what is vocation. So vocation, it is a calling or a strong desire to do a certain type of work. So teaching as a vocation, we just not see teaching as a work or a job or our way to earn money, but is something that we passionate of doing it, and we help guide, educate students to help them achieve in their full potential and learning. So best example for this is when a teacher stays at school to help a struggling learners or enable for them to understand the topic without any extra pay.
So, let's proceed to the mission. Can you all please read the slide? Thank you. So, as what have you read, what comes first into your mind when you hear the word mission? Yes, Prince? Okay, a goal. Thank you. So, as Prince said, when we say mission, it talks about the goal. And it is correct. So, when we say mission, it talks about a purpose or a goal that guides us what we do and why we do it. It also involves what we value and what we wanted to achieve. So, in teaching, here are 4 missions. The first one is imparting knowledge. So from the word itself, imparting, it talks about what? It talks about giving or teaching the students to or the important knowledge. Like for example, teaching them the math concepts in order for them to solve a real-world problems. The next one is mastering basic skills. It talks about helping students learn the basic. Like for example, teaching them to read and write in order for them to talk and write clearly. Just like that. So, mastering basic skills is crucial in order for them or in order for the students to learn from the basic. From basic to the complex one. The third one is making a lasting impact. So it talks about helping students to become better people. Like for example, teaching them the value of kindness, to be respectful, and to be responsible. The fourth one is humanizing education. It involves teaching in a way that develops not just the mind of the students, but also the heart and the spirit. In simple terms, it talks about helping students grow as a full human beings, not just a learner of a subjects. Understood? Any questions or clarification about the missions? Okay.
So we have here teaching as profession. Teaching as profession means it is not just a job but a specialized field that requires skills, knowledge, values, and ethical standards. It involves continuous learning, formal training, and a commitment to helping students grow academically, socially, and emotionally. Teachers follow professional codes, are accountable to society, and play a key role in shaping the future. So, teaching as profession means it is not just only a job, it is also helping students to understand, helping students to learn, and help them to grow and be prepared in the future. So, for example, in the field of medicine. So, in medicine, doctors help their patients to become better. So, likewise, in our field, teachers help the students to grow and be equipped for the future purposes. So, we have here some key points of teaching profession. First, specialized knowledge and skills. Teachers undergo formal education and training to master subject matter, teaching strategies, and classroom management. So, this means that a teacher must master the field na iyang gipili. For example, if you are teaching teaching a math subject, so you must undergo some training and some techniques to teach students how to solve in fraction to better understand the topic. Next is ethical responsibility, guided by a code of ethics to ensure fairness, respect, and professionalism towards students and colleagues. So, why we have here the code of ethics? So, code of ethics are the rules set for the teacher to follow. So, kani siya nga mga rules is important because it follows fairness and equality towards the teacher and the student. So, third is commitment to lifelong learning. Teachers continuously upgrade their skills through seminars, workshop, and professional development programs. So, this means that we teacher also needs to undergo trainings, those programs to enhance our knowledge and to gain more knowledge about our subject that we are going to teach. So next is service to society. Teaching helps mold responsible citizens, contributing to nation building and community development. So for example, a teacher teaches the right segregation. So the students will understand how to segregate properly. So therefore, they're going to apply the proper segregation into their real life scenarios. So that makes them a responsible citizens because they know how to properly segregate the garbages in their community. So lastly, we have professional recognition and standards. Requires licensing, accreditation, and adherence to set standards to maintain quality education. So this means we need to pass our board exam to get our license for us to teach.
So let's go on to the Article 8, the rights and responsibilities of a teacher towards learners. So it's outlining their duties to provide quality education and ensure learners' welfare and maintain professional standards. So the section 1 of that is the evaluation and grading. So teacher determine academic marks and promotion based on the merit standard of the procedure. So in this section, teacher should base academic marks and promotion on the merit of the students. So the section 2 is the learner welfare. Teacher prioritize learners' interest and welfare, treating them justified and impartially. So in this section 2, teacher must prioritize the interest and well-being of the learners. So treating them like fair or treating them without bias. So the section 3 is the section 3 is no prejudice and discrimination. Teacher must not discriminate against learners under any circumstances. So in this section 3, teachers are required to avoid discriminating against learner under any circumstances. So the section 4 is no gift or favors. Teachers should not accept gift or favors in exchange for undeserved concessions. And the section 5 is authorized remuneration. Teachers should only accept authorized payment for tutorials. And the section 7 is merit-based evaluation. Evaluation of learners' work should be based on merit and academic performance. And section 7 is professional discretion. Teachers should exercise discretion in situations involving personal relationship with learners. The section 8 is corporal punishment. Teachers should not inflict corporal punishment or deduct scholastic ratings and punishment for non-academic offenses. And the last one is support for learners. Teachers should provide assistance, prevent, or solve learners' problem difficulties.
So, good morning, Bon. So, my name is Dunedi Minister. So, now we will discuss a part of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers of Article 9 at the teachers and parents. So, everyone, please read section 1. Okay, thank you. Section 1 is respectful. Teachers parents relationship uh, benefits the learners and growth. There are example of section 1. Uh, the teachers build a friendly and respectful relationship with parents to again their trust and confidence. So next proceed to the section 2. Okay, everyone, please read the section 2. Okay, thank you. Section 2, by working together, both teachers and parents can be guide improve that he excel the reading learners. Now we will give the example of the section 2. Uh, the teachers improve Anna's parents but need to more practice in math. So, get ra? So now, we'll proceed the section 3. So, section 3 is the teacher must be listened to parents' compliance with sympathy and understanding and discourage unfair criticism. So, their role is the encouragement to positive communication for good for the learners. So, I will give the example of the section 3. Uh, the teachers tells to parents to child a good learning but weak in math. So that's it. That's it. Thank you.
Article 10 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers in the Philippines, the Teacher and Business, addresses a teacher's right to generate income and a responsibility to maintain financial integrity and the prohibition of having a conflict of interest with business that supply school materials like textbook, where the teachers as purchasing influence.
So we have here some key principle of Article 10. First, we have right to income generation. Teachers have the right to engage in legitimate income generating activities, such as business. But these activities must not be negatively impact their primary role as educators, their integrity, or their noble profession. So, an example of this is a teacher opens a small sari-sari store after class hours to support her family. But she or he makes sure that it doesn't interfere with her teaching duties. Second, we have financial reputation. Teachers are expected to maintain a good reputation regarding their personal financial matters, including the proper and timely settlement of their debts and loans. So, a perfect example of this is a teacher pays her monthly motorcycle loan on time to maintain a good financial image and avoid issues with credibility. And lastly, we have conflict of interest in business. Teachers are prohibited from having financial interest in commercial ventures, such as textbooks or supply companies, if they hold a position that allows them to influence purchasing decisions for those products. So an example of this is a teacher who is part of the school's procurement committee is not allowed to own or invest in the company that sells textbook or school supplies to avoid unfair influences in purchases.
Code of Ethics. For professional teacher, Article 11, the teacher as a person. These articles say that the teacher must be a good people, not just at school, but everywhere. Their action, values, and how they behavior should always show respect and be a good example for the student and others. For section 1, it say, a teacher is a person first and most always live with respect and dignity everywhere. For example, even outside school, a teacher should act properly, like not getting into fight. For section 2, it say, a teacher must control their own behavior and act properly in all situations and with anyone. For example, if someone is rude to the teacher, they should stay calm and don't shout back. For section 3, a teacher should always act and look in a way that the teacher and others can look up to.
Article 12, disciplinary actions. So, purpose, uphold professional standard and ethics. First is revocation of certification, loss of teaching license due to serious misconduct. Example of this is falsifying documents, immoral conduct. Second is suspension, temporary removal from teaching due to severe infractions. Example, physical or verbal abuse, breaching confidentiality, discriminatory practices. And then the third is reprimand, official warning for lesser offenses. Example is segregated school policies and professional behavior. So, these actions maintain the integrity and trustworthiness of teaching profession, fostering students and the education system as a whole.
So next, we have Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, Article 13, Effectivity. So, Professional Teachers in the Philippines outlines the responsibilities of teachers to the teaching profession. It emphasizes that teachers should be uphold the highest standard of the profession, participating in continuing professional development and maintain positive and professional image. So we have here some key requirements for effectivity. So first we have approval by Professional Regulation Commission or PRC. So the code requires official endorsement from the Profession Regulation Commission. So that means the code must be first officially approved and endorsed by the PRC to ensure that it is legally valid and recognized as a standard for all licensed teachers in the Philippines. So second, we have publication. It must be published in either the official gazelle or any newspaper for general regulation. So that means after the PRC approve, the code must be published in any official gazelle or newspaper so that the teacher and school, above all the public, are fully informed and guided by its rules and responsibilities. So lastly, we have time frame. The code becomes effective after 60 days following its publication or upon approval by the Professional Regulation Commission, whether event occurs earlier. This ensures a clear timeline for its implementation. So this means the code takes effect either 60 days after it is published or approved by the PRC. Whether comes first, rest assured that there is definite and fair schedule for its implementation.